Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank our witnesses for being here today. Ms. Barron, critics of the tip credit sometimes refer to it as a sub-minimum wage. Do you believe it's a fair characteristic of the wages earned by tip workers?
No, I don't think it is a fair description of that at all. I believe a tip credit is a tool. It's a mutually beneficial economic tool that's used to keep a restaurant sustainable, to keep tipped workers making high above the minimum wage, and keep back of the house workers making competitive wages. That is what a tip credit is. It's not a sub-minimum wage. It is an economic tool. I'm a restaurant worker. How do I know this and nobody else does?
Thank you. As someone who waited tables all through high school and college, I worked hard for my tips, and I was very glad to get them. Mr. Boucher, I understand you've been both a restaurant worker and a business owner in the state of New Hampshire, where employers may utilize the tip credit. What are the benefits of being able to utilize the tip credit, and what might it mean for your business if that option were eliminated?
First, it allows employees that are tipped to, we actually phrase it this way, they're actually kind of running their own business in their section, right? If you have 4 tables, you have the ability to earn as much or as little as you want based on your service, based on how well you're taking care of the guest. And so by eliminating that, they may not be as incentivized to work, as you just indicated, as hard as you did. And secondly, I've already said the economics of it would be devastating for our company.
Well, thank you very much. Again, I've always thought that being able to tip people was a sign of good service or not so good service. And as I see tipped workers as entrepreneurs, basically, they're able to really, really make a difference to their customers. Mr. DeCamp, the Fifth Circuit recently vacated the Biden-Harris administration's 2021 tip regulations. This is the first time a court has scrutinized the Labor Department rule since the Supreme Court overturned Chevron deference. Can you explain why the Fifth Circuit had concerns with the 80-20-30 standard in the Biden-Harris rule?
To put it very succinctly, the court concluded that the department's 80-20-30 regulation was not based on the text of the statute. The statute defines tipped employees a certain way by reference to their occupation and their tips. And what the Department of Labor did was something completely different. Based it on the timesheet and based it on tasks. And what the court said was that Congress never authorized the department to micromanage the activity of restaurant work at that level. It's simply a minimum wage statute.
Well, we've seen throughout the time of the Biden-Harris administration that it oversteps its bounds all of the time. It would like to be all 3 branches of government. It fails often to administer the law as we write it here in Congress. And it's unfortunate we have to rely so much on the courts to remind the administration that it is the executive branch and it's its role to administer the laws, not make the laws. Again, I want to thank all of our witnesses for being here today and shedding light on this very important subject. And I thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you need my time, I yield it back to you. If not, I yield.